You ever get that feeling that you're just throwing content out there, hoping something, anything will stick? Well, if you are, you're definitely not alone. So today, we're going to put together a super simple but really powerful system to fix that feeling for good. Let's dive in.
It all kicks off with a problem that I think we all know way too well. It's that feeling of just being completely swamped by content creation. You could call it content chaos.
So, let's just be honest for a second. Does your process feel scattered? Are you always scrambling for the next idea, never quite sure what to post or even where? Just think about that for a moment.
If you found yourself nodding your head and saying, yes, I really want you to know that this is an incredibly common feeling. So many creators and businesses go through this. But the good news? There is absolutely a clear way out of it.
And you know what? That path starts right here. We're going to call it the strategy compass. Now, this is not just another buzzword, I promise. It is the absolute bedrock for turning that chaos into crystal clear clarity. I just love this metaphor. Seriously, think about it. Sailing without a compass. You've got wind in your sails, you're definitely making waves, but you have no clue if you're actually getting closer to where you want to go or if you're just drifting farther and farther out to sea. That is exactly what creating content without a real strategy feels like.
Okay, so how do we build this compass? It's actually way simpler than you might think. It really just boils down to answering 3 key questions. Questions that will bring immediate focus to every single thing you do from now on.
So let's break these down. First, who are you actually talking to? And I mean, who are you really trying to reach? Second, what is the outcome you're after? After someone sees your content, what do you want them to do or think or feel? And finally, number 3, what kind of content actually connects with them? Is it videos? Is it super long articles? Getting these 3 things right, well, it's not just some little exercise. It is the foundation for everything else.
And once you have solid, real answers to those 3 questions, suddenly the fog just lifts. Your decisions stop being random and start being intentional. Everything from the topics you pick to the tone of your voice, it all just clicks into place. Okay, this all sounds good in theory, right? But let's make it more tangible. Let's look at a quick story about how one brand went from basically shouting into the void to having real, meaningful conversations.
So, picture a small software company that makes tools for designers. They were doing what everyone else was doing, publishing generic blog posts. But then they answered those 3 clarity questions, and they had a breakthrough. They realized their audience had very specific technical questions, so they just completely pivoted. They started making short, personalized video tutorials that answered those exact questions. It was a simple shift, but it was totally strategic.
And the result? Oh, it was explosive. This quote says it all. We're not talking about a small bump in likes or a few extra comments. Their entire engagement just multiplied. And why? Because for the first time, their content was perfectly, and I mean perfectly, aligned with what their audience actually needed. This all brings us to the ultimate goal. See, a good strategy isn't something you look at once and then just forget about. It's meant to become a permanent guiding principle for your entire content world. I just love this idea of a North Star. You know, it's that one constant, fixed point in the sky that you can always look to when you feel lost. Your content strategy becomes that for you. So when you're debating a new idea or thinking about trying a new platform, you just have to ask yourself, does this align with my North Star?
So, in a practical sense, this North Star guides pretty much everything. It tells you what you should be creating, it tells you where you should be publishing it to actually reach your audience, and, this is a big one, it tells you how you're even going to measure what success looks like.
So, let's bring it all back to you. I want to leave you with one final question to really chew on. As you look at your own content right now, what is the single biggest challenge standing between you and that crystal clear North Star? If you can figure that out, you are already well on your way.